Hey guys, this is Rin with Rindar Gaming, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. Not necessarily different, we've done them in the past, we call them Rin Rants. Basically, it's just a live reaction to a new or major change, kind of a news post if you will, and today I want to talk about the changes that they've made to the corruption system. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, guys. I am a little bit of an analytics junkie, and I've been looking through. Less than 1% of our total watch time comes from our subscribers. So we've got a lot of people who look like they're enjoying our content. I need you guys to hit that sub button, show us some support, show us some love, hit that bell notification for more videos like this, gold making, raiding, endgame content, battle pets, you name it, we do it. We appreciate the love and support. Anyway, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm sure by now most of you guys have heard that they're going to be changing the way you acquire corruptions a little bit, right? So rather than it being completely RNG now, they're actually going to change it to where you can save up those Echoes of Ny'alotha. Like, your main has probably got a few thousand of them now, assuming that you didn't already have all of your essences. So basically, if previously you worked your butt off to get all this stuff done, you got kind of dicked for the last, few months, couple months, whatever it's been. Now you're going to be able to utilize those on all of your tunes to go through and buy select corrupted pieces, and then you can use them like an enchant on a piece of gear to basically corrupt that piece of gear, and then you get that effect, right? It's a great way to help people who have just been really unlucky. So let's take a look through this blue post real quick, all right? Blizzard says we're working on an update to the game that we expect to roll out in the coming week. It just went live. It wasn't actually live at reset, but it is now. I don't know, what is it? It's probably 8 hours after reset at this point. They're saying we plan to make improvements to the process of obtaining corrupted items on max level characters and also streamline upgrading the legendary cloak. So the big thing with the legendary cloak now is all the way up to 15. It only takes one vision to go ahead and upgrade your cloak, which is great for people who are like just coming back to the game or working on alts. So it's a really good change. I'm happy to see it. They keep making things just a little bit easier, and it's really helping people out. So good change there. Good change. We like that. They say our goal with this update is to speed up the power progression of new level 120 characters, which is great considering that XP buff is out and everybody's popping new alts right now. They say while giving established endgame players more agency in pursuing the corruption effects they desire the most. So, more Echoes. In our last update, we added Echoes of Ny'alotha, a new currency available for most Visions of N'Zoth content, which can be used to directly purchase rank 3 essences that have already been unlocked on a different character. We plan to expand the availability and purpose of this new currency. Now, once any character completes the Legendary Cloak questline, they will immediately begin earning Echoes of Ny'alotha from all of the usual sources. All right. Improving We're also reducing the requirements for any quest step in upgrading the cloak from rank 1 to 15. That's the change we just talked about. I'm not going to read through all that. I will try and link the Wowhead post down below so you guys can go through and read the blue post if you want to. For choosing your corruption, now this is the hot topic, right? This is the big one. For our raiding guild, people have been just up and jumping about the news for this thing. So, in addition to unlocking essences, Mother will now also offer several new preserved contaminants which allow a specific corruption effect and the associated corruption penalty to be applied to a selected item. So again, we'll just look at it real quick. These are the items. You buy them with your Echoes of Ny'alotha, and then you can equip them onto a piece of gear. We're going to come back to that. We want to look through that a little more. The inventory of available preserved contaminants will change twice each week, mirroring the assault cadence. So right now, Friday evenings, in the States anyway, the minor assaults change, right? So with that change, the available corruptions will also change. So that's kind of cool. You get a couple shots a week at getting one you actually want. And it says it will cycle through all available corruption effects at various levels of potency. So, Twilight Dev, Tier 1, 2, and 3 will all pop up at some point. Infinite Stars, Tier 1, 2, and 3 will all pop up at some point, right? Like all the big ones, all the ones that you really, really wanted to get your hands on, at some point over the course of a few weeks, after a few resets, you should see that. So, get grinding on those Echoes of Ny'alotha, save them up, and wait, man. Just be patient, wait for that perfect essence to come out. From what I can see here, it looks like... if you look, Twilight Devastation, 6,250 for rank 1, 15,000 for rank 3, right? So it is cheaper. Instead of being 18,750, they're shaving a little off, right? You're getting like a bulk discount. So if you want that big T3 piece, it's actually going to be cheaper to just hold on to it and wait. It says you can use a preserved contaminant to apply the corruption you purchased to any uncorrupted item that can be corrupted, much like an enchant. Here are some samples of cost for mothers. Updated offerings. So you can see the little list here. Cool. Important notes. We highly suggest that you purchase rank 3 essences that you want and can afford as soon as possible. Due to a technical limitation, items that have been cleansed cannot be recorrupted. Again, you find a really cool ring, right? Weekly cash drops of 475. The corruption on it is garbage. So you go cleanse it. You cannot then recorrupt it right now, okay? It says they are looking into whether or not it would be possible to fix it, but they do. It says, but we don't want to hold up the whole system in the meantime. So that's okay. That's cool. It's got a flaw. They recognize the flaw, but they want to get the system out in the players' hands and help them get the corruptions they want, so that they can go do big Twilight Devastation Deeps and Mythic Plus, right? That's what we all want. Also, the previous ways that corrupted items and vessels could be acquired are still in place. So this is just new stuff. Okay. So this just went live a couple of minutes ago. We're taking our real first look at it here. You can see you can buy Vessels of Heroic Visions for 1,750 Echoes of Ny'alotha. That's really great if you're grinding on getting that cloak caught up and you need a way to get extra vessels besides the assaults and the mini visions. This is a great way for people to get more vessels into their hands and get those cloak upgrades. And we can also see we've got, well, it looks like she's going to offer 6 at a time. So we can see we got Infallible Truth here. Really garbage corruption for me, but let's take a look. 12 Corrupt. Your spells and abilities have a chance to show the Infallible Truth, increasing the rate of your cooldowns. Recover by 30% for 10 seconds. 3,300 echoes. Okay. So, like, when you log in, you'll be able to jump in here and go through these and see what's available, see what the prices are. I don't know if they're going to be... I'd imagine they're definitely same per region. I don't know if they're going to be same for NA and EU every reset. We'll have to kind of wait and see how that one shakes out. Reset for EU isn't until tomorrow, so we won't know for sure until then. But overall, guys, pretty cool system, right? It's not going to be a way to get everybody can just go by, immediately get TD3 right now and start throwing it on gear. You do have to go get those Echoes of Ny'alotha. Oh, let's talk about how you acquire those Echoes now. So, we'll use emissaries for an example, right? Before, if you went out on a tune, you did an emissary, you got 50 Echoes of Ny'alotha. Great. For 500, you could go buy an essence, right? So what they've done is they've increased the rate at which you get those Echoes of Ny'alotha by 5 times, right? So instead of 50, now you're getting 250. Before, if you ran a 15 out of your weekly cash, you would get 300. Today, I got 1,500, right? So they've just increased everything that you get 5 times, and they've also increased the cost here 5 times. Now, why did they do that? Because people like me were starting off the week with like 5,000. I've done a vision, and I got my weekly cash. I'm up to like almost 7,500 now. But they're trying to minimize the impact of people who have been sitting there and holding on to them and saving them up. Because there's some people out there with 10 or 20,000. And while, yes, they are still going to have a huge advantage over people who already had all their essences and were not able to collect the Echoes of Ny'alotha, this is going to kind of lessen that blow. It's a lot better than them doing a soft reset, right? They could have very easily taken and wiped everybody's Echoes out and given us all a very small amount of gold. And then people that have been saving up would have been really upset. So... it sucks. I hope they find a way to like retroactively give some of those echoes to people who haven't been collecting them. But the same way they did with Titan Residium for Mythic Plus, for people that were like just hoarding them, we're kind of looking at the same thing. It's not perfect, but it works, right? It's going to help people out. It's going to minimize that blow. Some people are going to have an advantage, but honestly, those people are already grinding their butts off and they deserved it anyway. It just really, really sucks. It really does suck for the people who had already grinded out all of those essences and had not received a single echo of Nyalotha from. Like, Trail's a perfect example. She runs all the visions she can every week. She does a boatload of emissaries. She's constantly doing her keys with us. We raid heroic and mythic. She should have 10 or 12,000, but because she had she plays hunter, she had all of those hunter essences. She's starting with 0 right now. And me, who, you know, I do my 1 vision a week if I need to. I run a couple of keys, yada yada. I do the rating. Yeah, I start off with over 5K. So again, not perfect. There's going to be some backlash for Blizz, but I appreciate them getting this system out there. I like the fact they're using Echoes of Nyalotha because that was just a wasted currency on my main. And I think it's going to help a lot of people out. It's going to help eliminate some of that RNG, the same way that we saw currency come in for Legion Legendaries towards the end of the expansion. This is kind of similar. So, well guys, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to hit that like button. If you haven't already, pop that sub button for more great content like this. We look forward to seeing y'all back here. And until next time, later y'all. Thank you.